self-perform the work being solicited or subcontract at a lower rate than NWBE utilization's goal letter said, then he or she is eligible to receive a waiver.
That's not
Mox
good.
thoroughly reviews each waiver to ensure compliance with the law. In fiscal 2015, only 22 vendors with waivers submitting winning bids or proposals and were ultimately awarded contracts. Vendors filed a total of 179 requests for waivers, and of those, 27 were denied, 74 were approved as full, and 79 were approved as waivers. Local Law 1 established additional oversight and reporting requirements. The city issues quarterly utilization reports that include a number of indicia related to contract awards subject to the law. Mox and SBS comply with this requirement on a timely basis, and these are sent to the Speaker's office as required by law and posted on our respective websites. The administration has historically presented contract data in terms of the total value of registered awards as opposed to payments. Presenting the data this way most accurately reflects agency performance. As most contracts are multi-year, some even taking more than 5 or 10 years to close, reporting on payment data incorporates current payments on contracts that may have been awarded several years prior, some of which may have been awarded under the much smaller program under Local Law 129, or before there wasn't even a program at all. Additionally, the functionality to collect payment data for subcontractors was only rolled out in March of 2013 via the Payee Information Portal, and which wholly relies on vendors, both primes and subcontractors, to manually enter the data themselves. Vendors are still learning how to use PIT, and agencies have been working with vendors to do so. But currently, only a small subset of subcontractor payments issued on open contracts are reported through PIT. Using incomplete and inapplicable payment data to gauge agency performance on NWBE utilization leads to inaccurate reporting. Local Law 1 mandates performance improvement plans, legal measures for agencies that are underperforming, and prospective contracting plans encompassing future procurements subject to Local Law 1. We are making full use of all of the compliance and reporting tools at our disposal, and we send these to the City Council as required. Another change which demonstrates the de Blasio administration's commitment to NWBE itself, and NWBE involves Mox itself. In order to assist with agency accountability and to provide agencies with support and technical assistance to increase awards to NWBEs, we created a new unit at Mox, the Division of Economic Opportunity and Advancement. Within Mox, we hired an executive director to lead the new team and added 5 full-time lines. The team will be solely dedicated to agency oversight of the NWBE program. Our increased capacity will help us to better monitor agency progress, expand our technical assistance coverage, and enhance our ability to address vendor needs. The administration supports the intent and shares the goals of all of the bills and the resolution that are being considered at today's hearing. While we are generally supportive of the bills, many of the practices that are being proposed in some of the bills are already being performed, and others may pose operational, fiscal, and legal challenges to implement. For all of the measures that we support, we would like to continue discussions on the details to fine-tune the specifics so we can best meet the intended purpose of each piece of legislation. Intro 976, in relation to requiring training for agency chief contracting officers and agency NWBE officers and posting related information on the city's website. The administration shares the goals of this bill and has been implementing most of those requirements. Mox and SBS jointly conduct monthly NWBE trainings that are well attended and whose participants include not only agency contracting officers, but other contracting personnel as well. Additionally, Mox holds monthly ACO meetings where NWBE topics are discussed at almost every meeting. Intro 981A, in relation to the creation of an advisory board to enhance procurement opportunities for minority and women-owned businesses. The administration agrees that an NWBE advisory board should be created, which is why we created one. The advisory board members consist of members of the City Council, NWBE advocates, and key city personnel, including the NWBE Director Wiley, SBS Commissioner Bishop, and me, in my role as Mox Director. To live together, this cross-section of city leaders, elected officials, and key NWBE advocacy organizations will be tasked with developing effective policies for greater inclusion of vendors. The distinguished panel will be tasked with helping the administration strengthen the NWBE program and to make recommendations for policy and legal changes. One aspect of the bill that the administration does not requirement that the MWBE director's sole function be limited to MWBE oversight. Mayor de Blasio's commitment to MWBEs is broader than procurement. To ensure that the policies are implemented across all realms of city government, he appointed his counsel, who meets with him directly on a daily basis, and who can incorporate MWBE policy directly and more broadly. The mayor created a multi-pronged structure to ensure agency compliance, and a team, Director Wiley, SBS Commissioner Richard, and myself, whose focus is to make the structural changes necessary to increase awards to MWBEs. Frankly, the more people in leadership positions working together to drive the changes that will increase MWBE utilization, the more impactful we can be in achieving significant change. Under Director Wiley's watch, the city has reached a historic high in annual MWBE awards among mayoral agencies. Director Wiley has instituted a culture of agency accountability and open discussion with the MWBE community at large. She's done all of this while, for the first time, working to expand the principles of the program to non-mayoral agencies and city development projects. Simply put, Director Wiley's leadership has brought about changes that go beyond those of any other administration. Finally, legislatively requiring that the MWBE director's sole function be limited to MWBE oversight raises curtailment issues. This requirement limits the mayor's ability to determine how best to organize his office in a